Gents, if you somewhat like me and you take fitness and life serious, you wanna avoid these 3 mistakes. Because I'm telling you, 80% of every single person out there who makes the decision to be healthier and fitter and look sexier are making these mistakes. It's crazy and it's sabotaging your fat loss. And guys, if at least one of these mistakes is something that nobody's ever told you, not your doctor, not your fitness guy in the gym, not your gym buddy, not your fitness trainer, then you gonna subscribe to my channel because you wanna learn even how to lose fat faster and build more lean muscle mass, okay? So I would say let's get right into the first mistake. The first mistake is to drink your coffee with any type of milk or cream or artificial sweeteners or even MCT oil. Why is that a big mistake and why is that killing your fat loss? Before I tell you why, we have to make a difference here, okay? There's person A and there's person B. Person A is doing fasting, person B is not doing fasting. Let's start with person A, who's doing fasting. I would, by the way, recommend every single person out there to do fasting. You don't have to do intermittent fasting. It doesn't have to be long fasting. Just don't eat 2-3 hours in the morning. That's all I ask, and it's going to make you lose more fat, have more energy, you sleep better, you're not so bloated, your body recovers. Everything is better if you do some sort of fasting, okay? But there's other videos in which I explain you exactly how to do fasting properly. But let's say now you're fasting, okay? When you drink coffee or even unsweetened tea, guys, this is not just about coffee, this is also about unsweetened tea. If you drink any beverage, even, unsweetened tea like green tea or lemon balm tea, or you drink coffee, if you put MCT oil, coconut oil, okay, or you put cream inside or milk or just a little bit of artificial sweetness, your body does not burn fat anymore, okay, your fat cells for energy, but takes the energy from the ketones in the milk, for example, or in the MCT oil. So that means you do not have the benefit of fat loss, okay? And that's a catastrophe because if you already fast and you do it for fat loss, how bad would it be to not lose fat, okay? Now here's the second scenario. You're not doing any fasting, you wake up, you eat directly, which I highly advise you not to do, okay? For many reasons, and if you follow me, you know exactly why, and if you tried, you feel exactly why. But let's say you still belong to the people who wake up and they eat right away. Here's the thing, when you drink your coffee later and you have any type of milk inside or artificial sweetness or cream or MCT oil, you spike your insulin, okay? Or the chances that you spike your insulin is very high. Not always happens, but in 99% of the cases, it will happen. And when you spike your insulin, you signalize to your body, it's time to eat, okay? But when you then don't feed your body thinks, oh my gosh, we're in a war situation where I don't have food. This guy is not going to feed me anymore. And now, because of that stressed situation, cortisol goes up and it stores fat, okay? Your body runs on a protein biosynthesis. And that means every single time you signalize to your body that there is time to eat, your protein biosynthesis comes and wants to eat. But if you don't give it that food, protein biosynthesis thinks, oh my gosh, fuck me, I don't get food anymore. Something bad is happening to, Stefan. Let me protect him by storing fat because who knows when he can eat again. You understand? So from a biological perspective, that's what's happening. So you store more fat and you don't want that, okay? You don't want to spike your insulin and then just fuck up your hormones. If you drink black coffee, do it. Or if you drink coffee, do it black. If you drink tea, let it be unsweetened, okay? Mistake number 2, gentlemen, is you're taking supplements on an empty stomach. Now, here's the thing. When you, for example, take vitamin D on an empty stomach, what happens is your body doesn't absorb it so well. So taking vitamin D after you eat is much more effective than taking it on an empty stomach. Now that's just one thing. The other thing, and the actual point is why it stops fat loss or blocks or hinders fat loss, however you want to say it, is many supplements can actually spike your insulin. Not all of them do, but the chances that you might take supplements who do spike your insulin is very high. So what happens then is you think you're fasting when you're taking them on an empty stomach. You want to reap the benefits of fat loss, right? Accelerated fat loss, but you're not losing fat because you spike your insulin. And there are only 2 states to be in, guys, besides being perfect. Being in a fasted state or in a starving state. So when you're in a fasting state and you break the fast unknowingly, you get into the starving state, which then exactly happens what I told you, you store fat. Okay, so that's a big mistake. Don't do that. Take all the supplements after the first meal. I teach all of my clients to take all their supplements right after the first meal. Okay, why? Because typically if you follow my content, you will work out before you eat. And that's when your body is most receptive and literally hungry for the right minerals and vitamins and nutrients, and that's when supplementation has the perfect timing and even better effects. Last mistake, guys, mistake number 3 is something that a lot of fat people do because they think it's something healthy. And it's so sad because if you are already on the fat loss journey and you want to have better habits, but you do this mistake and you sabotage yourself, it's like, it drives me crazy. You guys, your potential is so insane. Imagine having your dream body, getting the respect and admiration others would die for, and having the energy and drive that's so high that you're gonna crush it in your career. You live fully, you live free, you're fitter, more attractive and happier than ever before. before. For the last couple of months, my team and I have been working together to launch one of the most greatest, most helpful men's transformation communities in the entire planet. And you can join this community today for free. Inside the community, I host live calls showing you what the media, the government, society don't want you to know, but you must know. All of our members get direct mentorship where you master the fundamentals of being your greatest version. How to boost testosterone naturally, how to skyrocket your growth hormones, how to lose fat and build more muscle than ever before, how to have the energy and drive that's so high you feel superhuman, how to unleash your masculinity, how to crush it in your dating life, how to achieve the utmost greatness and success as a man in these modern times. For example, we had Tio, who's been working out for 10 years, falling for all the BS out there that's been killing his hormones. He didn't look attractive and neither did he feel like a superhero. In only 90 days, he transformed himself into a man others look up to. Or how about Nick Banks, a multimillionaire who spent tens of thousands of dollars on hype products and hype coaches who couldn't get him into shape due to his busy schedule. He implemented the secrets that you're about to learn in our community and today even makes more money than ever before. Guys, I can continue with countless of other success stories, but this is about you. You can join the community today for free and write your own success story. Looking your best, feeling your best, and dominating your life isn't about your genetics or your parents or your current situation. It's about your decisions. Our school community is exactly the place you want to be and where you will grow into the man you desire to become. So once again, gentlemen, if you want to join this community today for free, all you have to do is go down to the description of this video and join the Status Alpha University today. I can't wait to see you on the inside of the community. It's gonna be incredible. But that being said, let's go back to the video. So the mistake is to eat a banana or an apple just in the middle of the day. And it can be any other fruit as well, by the way. So let's say 3 p.m. you had your lunch at noon and then now it's 3 p.m. you're a little bit hungry. You're like, man, what should I do? Then you just grab an apple because you're like, oh, apple is healthy. Let me eat an apple. Then you eat the apple, okay? And then you're like, I'm not so hungry anymore. Nice. Let me go until dinner without more food. I'm gonna lose more fat. No, you won't. You will actually put on more fat. Why? Because the apple, and I explained to you this before, the apple signalizes your body, now it's time to eat, okay? So because you don't give it the protein it needs, every single time you eat something, you need 30 grams of protein. This is the golden rule, 30 grams of protein, okay? If you don't give it the protein, you just eat some blueberries or one kiwi or one orange or one banana, you will not have optimal fat loss, okay? Because your body now, insulin spikes and you will actually crave even more food. In a lot of cases, the reason why people then overeat without knowing it. So you might be on a diet, but you're overeating. So the solution here is just have 30 grams of protein every single time you snack, even if it's just a healthy banana. Hey, it's great and cool that you eat the banana, but eat some protein with it. You're gonna thank me later. And also, you will build more lean muscle mass. And the more lean muscle mass you build, the more fat you lose and burn 24/7. And there's nothing cooler, in my opinion, than being able to eat much more because you have more lean muscle mass. Like, I'm a foodie. I love eating. And the amount of food that I can eat more because I have lean muscle mass, more than you, is incredible. Like, I live like 2 lives. I eat so much food and I enjoy the best foods and I never sacrifice my favorite foods and I still stay in shape and rock a 6-pack or 8-pack or sometimes 12-pack all the time. But it's because I use my protein biosynthesis and I don't make these 3 mistakes, right? So I hope this was helpful, guys. This is so important. A lot of times people make small mistakes where they think it's actually something good, they think it's healthy, and they sabotage their own results. And that's so sad to see because it could be more faster. You could achieve the results quicker, but only if you avoid these mistakes. Gentlemen, every shredded guy that I've seen, they don't just train hard, they also train smart. And if you know, you sit there and you're like, this guy is actually right with what he says. I make these mistakes or I'm making these mistakes, and you want to learn what makes or breaks you, what makes your hormones, what breaks them. You want to learn how to work out properly. Then guys, follow me at @Stefan on Instagram because you can send me a DM and you can simply ask me to work with you, okay? Then we can have a conversation from man to man, finding out if it makes sense to go into coaching, okay? You can also just click under this video in the description. There's gonna be a link to one of my websites or even, a type form where you can even give me more information about you and we can speak about your transformation. And lastly, guys, the reason why I do this video is to help you. If that video, you find it helpful, please help me also my channel by leaving a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel to not miss any elite level training for elite level guys out there, okay? Whether you belong to the elite already or you want to, that's for you. So follow me for more, subscribe to my channel. And lastly, I want to say thank you for your time and your attention, your focus. That's so valuable, I know. Let's make fat loss easy again by avoiding these mistakes. See you.